So Brandon Sorsby. Let me pull up this article real quick. I know I had it saved somewhere. Should have been more prepared. Here we go. A judge in district court in, I believe you pronounce it Lubbock. Lubbock. I hope
Lubbock,
so.
maybe.
Lubbock. Ooh, okay. Lubbock County, Texas, has granted the injunction requested by Texas Tech quarterback Brandon Sorsby. He is now set to be eligible for the 2026 college football season. What are your thoughts about this, Zach?
Yeah. So my thoughts is he shouldn't be playing football. I don't see why he's been granted eligibility. Obviously, there is no more rules in college football. The NCAA, they will appeal the case. Um, so Pete Thamel, the guy that you read right there, he said that who knows when the NCAA will appeal that. So it could be February when the NCAA appeals that, but it won't even matter because that's when Sorsby will be training for the combine and getting ready for the draft. So at that point, it's a lost cause. He did get a 2 game suspension, which I forgot exactly who they were playing in the first 2 games.
Mm-hmm.
Texas Tech, it's like some like random school the first game, and I think it's Oregon State week 2. So it's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
it's a tiny slap in the wrist is what he got, and that's about it. Um,
ACU and Oregon State.
who is it?
ACU, the Abilene,
What is ACU?
the Abilene Christian Wildcats.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
ACU.
they're
Yeah, the
definitely gonna miss
Wildcats.
Sorsby for
Yeah,
that game.
that's the Christian university that's located in Texas.
Wow, so it's probably gonna be like 70-3 instead of 70 to
And plus, the
zero.
game
I
against
don't know.
Oregon State is it's an away game, but still, it's Oregon State. Oregon State hasn't been really that good recently, so
Yeah, so that was the suspension that he got, and apparently the judge ruled that because him not playing could cause mental damage, the judge ruled him eligible, and so that's a slippery slope in general because you could pretty much say that about anything.
right.
You know, Sorsby, he went to rehab for like 35 days. He's been very outspoken with his struggles, which I do respect that he did that and everything. But there's a difference between letting someone play football and like potentially affecting the integrity of the game. I don't think he should be able to play in that sense. That doesn't mean like we should be upset with Brendan Sorsby. We want him to get help he needs, but still, betting on games. He's betting on college football games. And so, like Sorsby, he placed $90,000 on sports bets, including 40 wagers on Indiana when he was playing for them. He was on the scout team when he played for Indiana when he was betting those games. So he didn't like bet on any games he actually played in, so there was no score fixing. But still, it's like you can't be doing that because if you have the one thing that can tear sports apart is people realizing that it's not real competition. No one wants sports to turn into the WWE, or you don't even want it to be portrayed that there's a possibility that it could be that.
Mm,
And so it's breaking a ton of trust within the NCAA. And remember, like in the 2000s with the NBA, like the refing, the bets with that,
yeah,
like that really could have messed up the NBA.
it kind of
You
did.
know, it kind of did. And there's still areas of, like, in quotations, like healing that the league still has to do from that. And I think it's going to be the same with this situation right here. And, it kind of reminded me of Calvin Ridley in the NFL, I think the NFL does a really good job with this. And I remember even at the time thinking that this penalty for Calvin Ridley was really harsh. But Calvin Ridley, I believe he was hurt in 2021,
Yep. Mhm.
and he was betting on the Falcons, his own team, and he was betting them to win games. And it wasn't like
He was
these
playing.
crazy, like, expensive bets either. Like, I'm pretty sure he bet, he bet a decent amount, but it wasn't anything eye popping or anything. But he was suspended the entire next season. And so when you compare that to what Brendan Sorsby has done and only getting a 2-game slap on the wrist, being able to play football again, it's pretty eye popping. Um, yeah, so even I'm pretty sure there was something with college basketball. I'm trying to find it. Oh, yeah. Since January, more than 24 college basketball players have been permanently banned for game fixing.
How
So
many?
it's happening in college basketball, it's happening in college football. And I'm sure over time, we're just going to find out more and more college students who are betting on their own teams or
How many
possibly
in
against
college
their own
basketball?
teams.
How many did you
So it
say?
was from an article, but it said more than 24 college basketball players since January.
Oh, yeah, I could see it.
So that's a scary number. And I wouldn't be shocked if there's college freshmen out there who were in a similar situation to Brendan Sorsby, who are on the scout team, who are betting on games.
Yeah.
And so at the very least, I hope this is eye opening for those student athletes who may be doing the same thing, that they need to stop right now because look at what this has caused. So Pete Thamel, he was on the Pat McAfee show,
Mhm.
and he said, like, right after this news came out, he had a coach call him from, I forgot what he said, like the Big 12 or Big 10, doesn't really matter.
Probably was the Big
And he
12, I would
asked,
assume.
yeah, and basically the coach asked Pete Thamel, why not go get an NFL player and get a local judge to approve it? Like, go find someone who's on the practice squad and who got cut from the practice squad and just say, "Oh, you want to come play for my school?" There's no rules anymore.
Yeah.
Anything is possible since there's no, like, good structure within the NCAA.
Mhm.
So, with all that being said, I think nothing's going to change and the line is just going to keep getting moved and moved until we actually have structure within college football, which within college sports in general. Because even in college basketball, it's like you had the guy who played for the Celtics. His name is slipping my mind right now. Um, but he was drafted in like 2020
I know who you're talking
and
about. Yeah.
is 26 years old. He's going to play for LSU apparently this year. Like, that is one of the most ridiculous things ever.
Yeah.
And so I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing NFL players, you know,
Um, how do you
getting
say his
chances
name?
to play in
Yam?
college
Is it
football.
Yam Madar?
Yeah,
Is that
yeah,
how you
that's
say
it.
it? Okay.
And they have another one too who played,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mhm.
I think, with the Jazz and the Celtics, like
Yeah.
RJ something Lewis, RJ Lewis maybe.
Uh-huh.
So it's an unfortunate situation. It's not some crazy crime. Like, we should have problems with, you know, these athletes who are doing like very heinous things and still being able to play football.
RJ Lewis Jr.
Yeah, exactly. So we have guys with that, and that's a whole different topic. But
Oh,
this
they have
one's a little
several
different.
RJ Lewis's from the EuroLeague. Um, Santos is another pro that they got. Oh wait, no, RJ's from the G League and draft. He actually played on teams. They got another guy from the Euro League, and then they also have this guy called Bryce Desert who's from France.
Yeah, it's so dumb.
So
And
they're like
I
a
can't
lot of
even
their
really be
team
mad at
is
them.
literally people that are pros.
Yeah. It's like I'm not even mad at LSU. I mean,
They have 4
they're
pro
within the rules until
players.
there is rules.
Bro,
So,
what?
yeah, it's
I
crazy.
thought they only did 2. They have 4? Yo, nah, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
man.
Oh my god. What
But
is
yeah, so we're talking about gambling and it's on a different level than
Yeah.
obviously some of these big crimes that, you've seen in the past with former players. But the difference is that this actually like infects the integrity of the game, like the actual game that's being
Mhm.
played on the field. And so I think that's why there's such a big uproar about this. Um, I think for Sorsby, I'm not sure what he's getting paid at Texas Tech, but for his NFL future, I strongly would have considered going into the supplemental draft. That probably would have been the smart move for him. Um, Granted, he would probably be making less money because if you don't know what the supplemental draft is, basically it's a blind auction draft. So if a team says, "Okay, if I'm the Jets, I'd say I would pay a third round pick for Brendan Sorsby," and say like four other teams decide like, "Yeah, I would throw a fourth round pick." Well, the Jets are the highest bidder. He goes to the Jets for a next year's third round pick, and he's theirs.
Mhm.
And so I think that would have been probably the best case scenario for Brendan
Oh,
Sorsby.
keep in mind
I
too, just real quick. Um, I love how you brought up the money aspect because let's be real, guys. Like these guys are not stupid. Like these aren't kids. Like Brennan Sorsby's like 23 years old. Um, if he would have went to the NFL, he would have made significantly less money.
Yeah.
Significantly. So it's not just the fact that he's coming back and he feels like he needs another year to play. He's strictly doing that for that reason because it can save his pro career moving forward for him getting another season if he plays at least decent enough to get on an NFL team. So his money is saved going into the NFL. Plus, he makes more money playing for one more year of eligibility through college football because, again, there's no rules, like Zach said, no salary cap. So literally Texas Tech can pay this man as much as they want. And in Texas, I mean, everything's bigger in Texas. So they're
Facts.
definitely giving him a bag.
And my argument is actually I think he should have went the supplemental route for the long term. I think it would have went better for him because I think now there's going to be such a spotlight on Brendan Sorsby and a class that's going to be absolutely stacked. I think Sorsby has a lot of talent, and and I was being pretty low on him when I said if the Jets threw a third round, he could probably go for a second round, and I would have been a little surprised if a team threw a first, but it wouldn't be like, oh my goodness, that's the most insane thing. He is a talented quarterback. So I think that it would have went better for him in that sense. But obviously that's not the case. He got eligibility and we'll see what happens. See what happens. It'll be fun to see Texas Tech this year and yeah, they're going to have a big spotlight on them.
It might have helped them long term, maybe, but you gotta understand college athletes now, they don't really look at long term now because they can make big money in college football now. Um, so like when someone like Brandon Sorsby sees that he could possibly have one more eligibility, I looked up what his estimate is to make this year. He's
Mhm.
estimated to make close to about $6 million.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, to me, it's definitely more of a money factor. I mean, if I was in his position, I'd say at this point, I have a better chance of probably making more money because if he was to do your route, he's pretty much betting on himself, right? Which is
Mhm.
fine. You know, you want the players to bet on themselves any day of the week, right? But he also realizes that if he goes that route, there's also definitely less of a chance he gets any playing time ever or even a look. Um, this opportunity gives him the chance to make the money now and maybe possibly even if he gets drafted. Um, so I think his mindset is it's gonna be short term no matter what, and I need to secure my money now. And if I turn out to be good in the NFL, then I'm good. Then I'm gonna make my money no matter what. But that's why these college athletes are they're not in any rush of getting to the NFL because
Yeah.
they realize they can make really good money in college football. Um, and then if they turn out to be pretty decent at the pro level, then dude, they stacked millions of dollars upon millions of dollars in NIL and sponsorships, which by the way, he's making 6 million just in his NIL on estimate. We're not even talking about sponsorships outside of that. Um, all that being said, dude, like this is more of a money win to me than anything for him. Like, I mean, he can come out and talk about how much he's working on his, mental health and all that, which is good. Like that's what he should do. But
Mhm.
him wanting to play one more year is literally just me being like, I don't really think this is actually him being sorry. Um, I think this is more of him being like, "Oh, they found out. I messed up. Definitely not doing that again, but you guys should give me one more chance."
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, I could see it being yeah, more so that because it's not like gambling is, like, obviously is it legal in all 50 states
It's
at this
getting
point?
there. It's getting there.
Okay.
It's
If
not,
not,
but
it's close.
it's majority now. Um, there probably will be a point where it's maybe like 49 out of 50 because the main state that's really on it is Utah. Utah is very big against sports betting. Um,
Good for Utah.
yeah, I mean, it's the Mormon population that gets it
Yeah,
done there.
they be out here.
Yep. Turns out when you
Yeah,
have a big
so
cultural Mormon source in the state of Utah, that's what beats sports gambling, baby.
for my final remarks on this, I'm gonna choose to be a little optimistic about him, even if it wasn't out of good motives that he went to rehab. I'm glad I'm choking. I'm choking up, man. I'm glad he went to rehab for 35 days. I mean, even if that was just for, the football aspect of it, um, that's something he should have done. And hopefully he can be a spokesman for the NCAA and why gambling shouldn't be a good thing. This is me being optimistic, but I hope that's the case. And that's pretty much all I have on it.
Yeah, and you gotta think of it too, like college football is a little bit different than the NFL. So like when Calvin Ridley got his 1 year ban, you're already a pro. Like obviously you're gonna be able to run it back another year, right? In college football, like not a lot of people really agree with Nick Saban a lot of times, and I definitely don't agree with Nick Saban on a lot of things myself. Um, but if there's one thing me and Nick Saban can agree on, it's this whole issue. And to me, like him making points about college football isn't about making young men into grown men anymore. It's really not about teaching these kids how to be pros anymore. Even Tom Brady talked about it as well. these are literally like organizations now. These are like NFL teams. Like you're not going to college to learn the game anymore and study the game. This is not something that helps prepare you to go to the next level. This is literally like purgatory in the middle between high school and the NFL where you get to have fun and get paid and just do whatever you want because there's literally no one stopping you.
Yeah,
So just keep that in mind. But
absolutely.
yeah, I mean, I think guys like Nick Saban and Tom Brady really hit it on the nail. Like even if everyone might not agree with them on a lot of things, like collectively, I think we can all come together and agree everything's correct in that standpoint. So
Right.